I'm Robin, owner of LarkinTrainingRoom.com. Today we're going to be doing a workout that is a hybrid of cardio and strength. You're going to need a super band or an NT loop and a place to anchor that loop, and we're going to do a couple blocks of work. Let's get ready to warm up. We're going to start with Yogaplex. Come into your plank position, grabbing the ground with your hands. Go into a downward dog. Big step forward alongside your hand or close to it. Reach up towards the ceiling with that hand. Downward dog, other side. Call this a Spider-Man stretch and reach. Great stretch for mobilizing lots of areas of the body. Enjoy it, especially if you've been sitting for a while. This will help loosen you up. Gonna go one more on each side. Next up, we're going to do some shin box extensions. So I'm going to close up this box by placing the foot against the opposite thigh. From here, if you can, you're going to squeeze through your glutes and drive the hips up and forward. Sit gently back down, lift up the legs, boom, boom. Other side, extend those hips, get a good stretch. Working the hips through internal and external rotation. Now when you do that switcheroo from side to side, you may need to lean back. You can use your hands as an assistant to do that. That's fine. Another great stretch for the hips. We need those hips to be mobile, so we don't want the lower back to try to take on more than what its job should be. The lower back should be stable. The hips should be mobile. Let's do one more on each side. You may feel like a pretzel, but this is good for you. Now we're gonna stand it up. Squat to stretch. Reach down, grab your toes or the ground or as close to it as you can get. And then pull yourself into a squat. Stretch and pull. So you may need to be a little higher to get a neutral spine. Or if you're really limber, you can just pull yourself all the way down low and keep a grip on the shoes. So you need to do what gives you the most success with maintaining a neutral spine and a good squat position. We want that chest up and back straight during the squat portion. Prying those knees apart, grooving in my squat position. Let's do one more. And stand it up. Prisoner position, hands behind the head. Reverse lunges, step back and down, and alternate. Opening up the chest, which tends to become textified during the day. Open that up, elbows wide. Let's do one more each side. Now we're going to take it into a lateral lunge. Imagine you're holding a big ball. You're going to draw a giant ribbon up and over from side to side. You know, during Breast Cancer Awareness Month, they have the pink ribbon everywhere. That's exactly the shape that you're making with your arms for your ribbon lunge. Up and over, whoosh around. go one more each side. Great. Next up, our first section of the workout, cardio. In our first section, we're going to do 5 exercises for 30 seconds of work and 15 seconds of rest. We're going to cycle 2 times through those 5 exercises and then head into our strength round. So I got my timer going here. We're going to start out with a quarter turn pop squat. So I'm going to pop those legs out and reach down, and then quarter turn. If you want to make a full circle, you can, but that tends to make me a little dizzy. So I just go quarter turns, a couple different ways here. Now if this gets too intense, just do a side step squat. Take out the hopping, and you can do it that way. Awesome. Next up, plank position, shoulder tap planks. You can elevate the hands if need be to make this a little bit easier, up on a couch or a chair or something. So I'm coming to my plank position and pledge allegiance to the floor. And we don't want to do too much of this. We want to keep those hips really solid and control the tapping so you're not doing something like that either. Control the taps. Grab the ground with the hand. Stay strong. Great. Next up, combination. 4 reverse lunges and an option to follow that with 4 jump lunges. All right, so I'm going to go 4 step backs. Now you can keep doing these the whole time or chase these with 4 jumping lunges. Your choice. Do what you need to do. Obviously, these are a little bit more intense and challenging. Shake it out. Next up, we have an inchworm. So that's basically a walkout plank. So I'm going to start standing tall. I reach down for the floor with my hands. Walk out to a full plank. Make sure it's good and hips are down. Walk back in and stand up. Just keep doing that. Good plank. Let's see how many I can fit in 30 seconds. Maybe one more. Woo! All right. One more exercise to cover in this set of 5 things. We're going to do a high knee lateral lunge combination. So I'm going to lunge out to the side. Lift this knee up. Cha-cha-cha. Other side. Now, if you need to take out those high knees, just do lateral lunges. We could do a jumping jack in the middle, or just march in the middle. So many choices, so many options. Great. We're gonna run through those 5 things one more time, just one more time. We'll be coming back to them a little bit later, so don't worry. You get another crack at them later on. Quarter turn pop squats. Quarter turn, quarter turn. Remember, your option is a side-to-side squat. And take out that hopping. Got 5 more seconds. Great. Shoulder tap planks. Oh, coming up in 10 seconds. Shake it off. find your best plank, grabbing the ground, reaching for the shoulder. Try to lock those hips in so you're not lifting up or rotating side to side. Lock it in the best you can. You can always elevate the hands onto a surface. All right, next up, lunge combo. 4 reverse lunges, 4 jump lunges if you want, or you can do all reverse lunges. It's up to you. Stepping back and down. If you're really feeling energetic today, you could do all jumping lunges. That'll be tough for 30 seconds. Maybe 20 seconds I can handle, but 30, that's a bit much for me. Whew. Good, next up, inchworms. Reaching for the ground, walking out to your plank. Stay with me. Plank. Little steps with the hands. Oh, should I have time for 2 more? Woo! Shake that off. We have our lateral lunge combination with some high knees put in the middle. So we're gonna lunge off to the side. Knee up. Cha-cha-cha. Oh, 15 more seconds. We can do this. Whew, all right. Grab some water. Our first strength section is up next. All right, so you're gonna need to anchor your band to a surface that's roughly chest height. You can go a little lower or a little higher and you'll be okay. I have an NT loop, but you could loop a super band around something that's heavy, or if you have a band that has a door attachment on it, you can insert that into the hinge side of the door. So we're gonna be doing some 60-second intervals with a 30-second rest. Some of these have both sides. So to start, I'm gonna grab my loop. I'm going to line up my arm with the anchor point and then hinge my hips back. We're gonna be pulling that band straight down. After 30 seconds, I will switch arms. So I'm getting a vertical pull because I'm orienting my body into a hinge position. Using those lats, not just the arm. Here we go, switching sides. Make sure your hinge stays fresh, back neutral. You don't want to be in a round position to pull. Woo! All right, next up, we're gonna be doing a core exercise with our band, also anchored in the same space. It's called a tight rotation with a hip shift. So I'm gonna line up to my anchor point. My feet are gonna be a little bit wider than my hips. And I'm gonna be pulling that band across my body and shifting my weight at the same time. So kind of tracking my hands with my chest, shifting my weight side to side. After 30 seconds, I'm gonna turn my back to the camera so I can do the other side. You're gonna turn around as well at home. Almost there. I'm gonna go ahead and turn around, get ready for the next one. Side to side. I'm not making a huge rotation, as you can see. It's kind of like 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock. Just outside shoulders to just outside shoulders. Oh, that adds up. Let me tell you. Oh, great. All right, so we're gonna put that band now around our hips, just above. I'm going to sink down into a partial squat position. I'm gonna be walking backwards and walking forwards in this squat position. Let's start with a little bit of tension. Walking back. Controlling that pull. Going as far as I can get. It's really trying to pull me back. So I have to resist that. Little steps are key here. As you can see, I'm maintaining that squat position. So we're gonna do this the entire minute. We got about 30 more seconds. Ooh. I'm feeling those quads. I'm feeling that band trying to pull me. About 5 seconds left. Oh, all right. So we're just gonna go through those one more time. We started out with our one arm lat pull down. So I'm gonna grab a hold of my band and we'll set up in that hinge position. Make sure your arm is lined up with the anchor point, the pulling arm. Coming up in 5 seconds. Find that hinge. Find how close or how far from the anchor point you want to be for tension. Starts to add up. I'm switching. About 15 more seconds. Check in with that hinge. Is your back straight still? Hips sticking out? All right, we got those tight rotations with a hip shift. Coming up, 30 seconds each side. Really getting the core strongly engaged here. So grab my band, line it up with the anchor, see where I need to stand. Coming up in 5. All right. Shifting the weight. Small rotations. My hands are about sternum height, not too high. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and turn around, get ready for the other side. Stay with me. All right, 30 seconds to rest. Low squat walk, up next. So I'm taking that band around the body. Make sure it's gonna stay put here. Get low, little steps. How far back can I get? That ability to accelerate and decelerate, very important. Ooh, that's our halfway point. How's it going? Ah, 15 seconds. Stay low. Woo. Step out of that band, grab some water. We're gonna go back to our cardio moves up next. Two times through all of our cardio moves again. Quarter turn, pop squat starting right now. Couple minutes of cardio before we hit some more strength. Do the best you can. You can always break up this video into a couple different sections that you do throughout the day. No one said you can't do that. You don't have to do it all at once. Whew, shoulder tap plank. Up next in 3 seconds. Find that plank. Pledge allegiance. The longer you're on one hand, the harder it is, the more stability it takes through the shoulder, anti-rotation through the core. Stand it up, lunge combo, 4 reverse lunges, 4 plyo lunges, or all regular reverse lunges. Let's go. Or all plyo lunges. Do what you need to do. Land soft like a ninja, like a panther. Whew. Okay. Inchworm. Up next, our walkout plank. Starting tall. Little steps. Find that plank. Woo. One more. Should be time. All right. Lateral lunge high knee combo. I'll start this way this time. Lunging to my left. Lunge, knee up. You could always do just a march in the middle instead of high knees. Ooh, lots of legs. All right. One more time through. One more time through. Quarter turn, pop squats, or regular squats. Whatever you got the juice for right now. You can make the full circle if you want, if it doesn't make you dizzy. For some reason, that last quarter turn does me in. Oh, hello, quads. Shoulder tap plank. Up next. 5 seconds. Find that plank. Sometimes going slowly gets the heart rate up more than going fast. Time under tension and really having that control. So important to earn the right to go fast. Whew. Okay, reverse lunge combination. Your last time with this combination, if that helps. Ooh. Trying to be honest with those reverse lunges. Make them good. Oh. Shake it out, inchworm. Just 2 more intervals here. Finding the floor. Oh, all right. One more. Lateral lunge to high knees. I'll start this way again. Even it out. Knee up. triple. Oh, so close. All right, rehydrate, get ready for another strength interval, strength section coming up. All right, so for the next strength section, you're going to need a loop or band of some kind. And before I start in with the intervals, I'm going to kind of give you a slow motion version of the setup for the deadlift. So whether you have an NT loop or a super band, it's gonna look the same. I'm going to loop this around my foot. So it's around my foot. Then I'm going to step on it with my other foot. I'm gonna take this remaining loop here, and I'm gonna put it around the foot again. So now I have one band that I'm holding on to for our deadlifts. All right, so that is the setup for our first exercise. We got 30 seconds of work and 25 seconds of rest. So we'll see how quickly I can get this on for our deadlift. So I'm grabbing the band, standing up. Let me turn to the side a little bit so you can see that I am hinging my hips back and keeping a neutral spine. So this is often called a Romanian deadlift. In fitness, we love Eastern Europeans, apparently. We have Bulgarian split squats, Romanian deadlifts, Cossack squats, all kinds of things. I don't know where those names, they've stuck around. All right, next up, we're gonna do a plank up. So I'm gonna start on my forearms in a plank and then walk up to a tall push-up position. So from here, I'm gonna plant a hand right under my shoulder, walk it up to a full plank, and walk back down. Now this might be too hard for you if you're on the floor. So you might need to elevate your hands, your arms onto a box or a chair. Some piece of furniture at home that'll give you a little height and make this exercise doable for you if you have a hard time doing it on the floor. All right, exercise number 3, I'm gonna grab my band, step on it, bend down, and put it around my neck. So I'm gonna be doing some squats. This is giving me extra resistance to stand up tall, have to push against that loop. This is where the NT loop is nice because a super band around the neck, it's not gonna feel too good. So if you only have a super band at home, you may just wanna skip the band for this. If you have a dumbbell at home, you could grab a dumbbell and do some goblet squats or just regular body weight squats. Whew. Take a bow, get the band off the neck, and I'm right in position so I can set up again for my deadlift. Stepping on, looping it over again, and I'm all ready. I can grab it closer to my feet if I want more tension on the band. So I'm in a good hinge position. All I'm doing is standing up tall against that resistance. What do deadlifts work? Well, primarily your butt. Your butt extends the hips. If you're feeling this in your back, you may not be maintaining neutral spine. So really work on hinging the hips back. Another thing we don't want to do is overextend the top. Just come to vertical. That gets the job done. All right, plank up. On the floor or elevated. We got about 10 more seconds. Shake that out. You can start up tall or on the forearms. I'm gonna start down low. Walk myself up, walk myself down. The key is planting that hand right where the elbow just was. And we don't wanna see too much shimmy shimmy. Try to keep your body as a board. Chase the plank. Back to the band for squats. So I step on it. Boom, boom. Take a bow. Get it around the neck, back of the neck, just below. Getting ready for those squats. Chest up. Ooh. Driving against that band. Up to the top. Take it at your own pace. Might be slower than me. Might be faster. All right, we got one more time through those three. I'm right in position to set up again. My deadlift. I'll just leave that hanging there for a minute. Don't need to grab that quite yet. Oh, we got 5 seconds. The closer you grab to your feet, the more resistance you will have for your deadlift. Oh, I got the label in an awkward spot here. Just driving the ground away. Extending the hips. Try to think about your feet pushing into the ground. All right. Extricate. Get ready for plank ups. Kind of like a segmental push-up. 10 seconds. Last round of these. Keep the core braced, turned on. Up, up, down, down. You can alternate that lead hand every time, like I'm doing, or just switch halfway through. But make sure you're getting some on each hand, leading the way. So you're not just doing all of them on your dominant arm. Give that weaker arm a chance to get stronger. Whew. Okay, last time with our squats. Set it up. Securely under the feet. Take a bow. Last round of squats, 30 seconds. I am going to increase my pace a little bit on this last round. Because why not? Always be honest with yourself and how hard you're working. Try to connect to the muscles. Don't start just to finish. Make it count. All right, we're gonna give you a chance to grab some water, and then we have a killer 3-minute finisher coming up for you. Get ready. So we're gonna do a 3-minute cardio finisher. I have the band looped around my hips. We're gonna be doing 30 seconds of marching with high knees, 20 seconds of skipping or jogging in place, and 10 seconds of an all-out sprint. So that will take 1 minute. We're gonna do that 3 times in a row without rest. So I got some tension on my body. I'm gonna start with marching in place for 30 seconds. It can be vigorous. Use those arms. Coordinate them properly with the opposite leg. Good chance to work on your coordination skills. There's our cue to take it up a notch to a jog. You can keep it low if you need to for 20 seconds. When we hear the buzzer, that's when we're gonna go all out into our sprint instead of stopping. Here we go. 10 seconds. Big, big, big. Starting bell for going back to the march. Oh, this is supposed to be our active recovery. Do you still have tension acting upon you from your band? Oh. Next level, maybe I'll skip this time. Skipping or running in place, either one. Coming up on that last 10 seconds to sprint. Going back to the march. Ooh, this is our last one. Our last minute. Woo. I'm feeling it. Pretty much everywhere. Skip or jog. Last 10 seconds. Go for it. And no warning for when it's finally over. Ah. All right. Shake it out. Grab some water. Get the breath down, and we'll cool down. Slide back to a child's pose and breathe. Walk your hands over to one side. Stretch the ribs. Walk it over to the other side and stretch. Come up to kneeling. Take a leg out in front, reach for the toes. Switch up, reach out, reach for the toes. Stand it up. Let's stretch quads. We hit those legs really hard today. So keep the knees lined up, close together. And switch. Be sure to drink lots of water today. Take care of yourself, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody.